What's up, folks? Scott the Life Artist back again. Look at my hair, man. This is what happens when you don't get a haircut for a while. Left it long, it's growing like the damn Joker, bruh. That or a combination of frickin' some wicked witch or fucking wizard. Let's go with a wizard. I'm an early Dumbledore. Anyway, man, what did I want to speak about today? Well, I suppose I want to announce I made a video yesterday, but it wasn't the best. Maybe I was high. I was too high on life. I was punch drunk. So I've had to return and do another one today. And I want to speak about long-term and short-term goals. And that having short-term goals or a short-term vision is just as important as having a long-term one. And sorry, let me just stick this in my gob. And it really is, man. I've noticed that if you're too long-term focused, that you end up becoming brittle, a little bit barren, and things can be a bit bland because everything gets a little bit narrow. Because life isn't, unfortunately, a straight line, right? And thank God, because if it was just one way to the top and you could see straight ahead, it'd be really boring. You'd have no roundabouts, you'd have no lost trails, and you would just feel lost after a while because you knew exactly what was going to happen. You would feel bored, right? And you would spin out, I believe. So thank God for surprise, right? Thank God for the long way round. And you must be willing to take the long way round. Again, there's nothing wrong with going a straight line, but realize when it's time to go left or it's time to go right, you go left or you go right. You need to bend. You need to be a bit of a sidewinder. And honoring your short-term goals is important to that, man. I've noticed people who don't allow themselves to unwind, to spend time with their friends, to do whatever, man. Like, do whatever. Like, grab a coffee, get drunk, have a night out, shag, whatever the case may be, right? Take a walk in the park. If you're so focused upon the mission and making your vision happen, you gotta ask yourself why. Because the journey is the destination, right? Because even once you get there to the top of Everest, you're gonna have to come back down again, right? Or there's gonna be a new vista. You're not gonna get some award where you've completed the circuit and you're absolutely perfect. Because nobody's perfect because we're unending. We're unfinished stories, unfinished tales. And we're always gonna be incomplete. And yet we're completely fine and perfect at whatever stage we're being right now. So take that into account, take that to heart, that it's not really about getting anywhere because everything is here and now. It truly is. There's nowhere to go. Have you ever noticed you always come back to the one moment, this moment right now? And that the future doesn't really exist and in the past doesn't really exist unless you start validating it in your head. But life, what's real, is here and now. And for me, what I've discovered is that I was like, unfurl, it's like span the now. And of course, you can use time. Time is a prop. So play with time, and time moves on, and it does move on. It moves. Change is the only constant. As a great Tisa Bashar points out, that you will notice that it's not about getting out there or getting something. It's really about discovering the kingdom of heaven lies within, and that you are eternally on a quest to discover yourself. And you'll definitely come up with roadblocks. You'll come up with challenges. And thank God for roadblocks, because they make us turn left in an unexpected direction. Surprise once again. Surprise, right? You want surprise in your life. You want unknown in your life. And yeah, man, like, if you feel a roadblock, you've got to surrender. Yes, sometimes you can plow through. I'm not saying that. Sometimes you can drill through. I get that. You can go full masculine and go in. But a lot of the time, the best thing to do is just let go and traverse where the roadblock ain't out. Take a day off, chill out, go back to the project the next day. You don't have to be so mission focused that you're not willing to divert and go on side quests. Because guess what? You are the mission. The mission itself is you. You're here to discover more of you. And yes, you get that through relationships. Yes, you get that through projects. Yes, you get that through creativity. But ultimately, it's for you to enrich in yourself and have a richer experience of yourself. And again, that takes time, man. It takes time to discover yourself in the now. It really does. And you got to loosen. You got to be okay with being limited. You got to be okay with having habits. You got to be okay with being a bit cuckoo, being a bit lawless, being a bit lost, right? In my previous video, I spoke about this, that when you first awaken, you're gearing up to enter the climb on the Mount Everest. You take the blue pill at birth, and then you wake up, you take the red pill, and you begin to climb to the top. And we have this idea in the spiritual scene that you're here to accomplish something, to prove to God your worth, but that ain't the case, because God is unconditional. At least that is what I've figured out and what makes sense to me in my heart. So God isn't there with a microphone and a magnifying glass watching your every move. God ain't got time for that. God just loves you. That's it. But it's up for you to decide if you want to match the vibration. So you gain some knowledge, you go to the mountain, you take the red pill, and then the quest really begins. Your dragon quest to then come down back into the valley and share that red pill wisdom by mixing it with the blue and being down with the people in the valley and having a laugh and chilling out. Because from my experience, God is really found in the everyday, and God will kick your ass into humility. And by kick your ass, I mean you will start to realize that you're not better or worse than anything on earth, any object, any human, any animal. You're exactly the same in terms of unconditional knowing and worth. And when you realize that, you have to drop the red pill attitude that you're awake, because everybody is God. And so what that you have a little bit of knowledge, right? You have a little bit of knowledge here, your third eye is open. Who cares, right? Are you loving? Are you loving? Because if not, and you don't feel very settled into the everyday and settled with other human beings, doesn't mean you have to get on board with them. I'm not speaking about that. You'll become more defined. Your friendship group will become more defined. You'll know what you're doing. But if you're not okay with it overall, the whole entire game of being a human, it's likely that you're still holding on to that red pill attitude that you're superior, and you'll try to remain on the mountain rather than coalescing it all, the knowledge from up top to the knowledge down below, right? You need to integrate your chakras, right? Your lower chakras, your more beast animal mode within you, because we're all mammalians, we're all primates. We're not as advanced as we think. So you need to get on the quest with becoming intelligent to, in a sense, be humble to realize that you're actually kind of dumb. You're actually kind of stupid. And you're particularly stupid when you try to be clever and you stay in the abstraction of the higher fields rather than getting down into your guts, getting down into your freaking ballsack and being like, you know what, man, I just want to live. This is what I want to do. So know that, man. And long term, short term, they're equal in value. One is not better than the other. Yes, it's great to get on top of Mount Everest and have big dreams, big visions. But so what? Let them unfold by enjoying your life. Because a big part of the integration of having a big vision is you becoming a better you. And what could be better than being chilled out, relaxed, courageous, goofball, fun, loose, become more loosey-goosey. Stop comparing, let go, have a laugh, get down, right? Get down with the damn kids, frickin' play, right? Be a bit stupid again, become childlike, become innocent. And let go of the highbrow attitude that you know it all, right? Because even when you get to the top of Mount Everest, you will realize that you don't really know shit. And that's the case of all scientists, right? All knowledge grabbers. The more we go out into the cosmos, we realize how complex it is and how infinite it is. But you have to become a Dumbo again. You need to get silly, you need to get stupid. So don't be afraid to be foolish and admit to your ignorance, but you don't know everything. You know a little bit, and that's fine. It's fine to have wisdom, but wisdom will also tell you you don't know that much. And you'll be a bit tentative, and you'll be a bit more easy with other people's truths. Because guess what? You ain't got it all together either. You might have had a few experiences, but so what, man? People have experiences every day. You don't know what skill sets other people have. You don't. So you might as well stop comparing, get off the high horse and just do you, right? Get down. I love you guys. Long term, short, medium term, buying groceries for your family. It's all one. Do you. God bless.